Kate.
Hi, Diana. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me tag along today.
I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, so quickly before we get started, what is the definition of urban foraging?
A lot of folks think about foraging as something that you need to go out to a big forest for, an activity that occurs in a really remote place. And one thing that I've learned throughout the years of learning plants and being able to identify them is that plants that are edible are everywhere. They're almost always underfoot. And so whenever foraging happens in a place that's not remote or not a big woodland, I think a lot of people think of it as urban foraging.
It's such an interesting concept to me because it seems like we're very removed from our food system these days, right?
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
So before we get started on our actual foraging, what are the ground rules people should know?
First of all, safety. So identification and knowing that you are confident in that identification before you put something in your mouth or serve it to others especially. Trying things in small quantities and not a lot of different varieties at a time to make sure that you're not having a reaction to something. You can be allergic to a wild food just like you are to a cultivated food. So folks that have nut allergies need to stay away from wild nut trees too, probably.
That makes sense.
So there are some phone apps that folks like to use to identify plants that they're not familiar with, and I like to steer people towards print resources. It's pretty commonly suggested that you positively ID a plant from 3 different sources before eating it, and confidently using all of your senses, sight, smell, taste, as the last sense, touch. And there are a lot of great print resources out there to use before the internet. And I would always caution people to use the internet maybe as one resource of those 3.
So to get yourself a little bit more well acquainted with the types of plants and stuff you might be seeing instead of just going out there and just taking a taste.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good.
Exactly.
And I know that there's also a rule about being able to forage on parkland, or what's that rule?
On public properties, there are different municipalities that own those. And all of those entities have different rules about collection from the sites. It is good to familiarize yourself firsthand with those rules and not just rely on what other people have said, especially since some of those regulations do change. So in the city of Columbus, currently it is not allowed to collect anything from city parks.
Okay, so education and knowing what the rules of where you're foraging are very important. All right. So I saw that when I was coming up, that you were collecting from this tree. So what's on this tree right now?
Right. This tree is referred to as autumn olive. There's a rebranding going on to change it to autumn berry. These plants were introduced as erosion control in the 60s and 70s for agricultural use and for use along highways to prevent erosion. And you'll still see them in those settings because they're impossible to get rid of. And now they have spread to areas where there wasn't erosion trouble, and they're easy to identify. So I think that this is one plant that if you're collecting in a city property or a county property and you're collecting these berries, if you just explain, hey, this is the invasive autumn olive, you're probably going to be cheered for collecting.
You won't get any resistance.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Now I know with berries, I'm always a little bit nervous because there are some that are poisonous.
I know from experience that there aren't a lot of lookalikes to autumn olive. So one identifying characteristic is this silvery underleaf. There really aren't other small trees, large shrubs that have this silvery side to the leaf. And then if you look at the berry, see the gold speckles on there?
Oh, wow. Yes.
They have that metallic look to them.
That's pretty distinct to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes folks will see honeysuckle with berries on it, and they'll want it to be autumn olive. And that's just part of foraging. You can't overlook the actual characteristics that you're observing because you want it to be something else.
Right. And then what does it taste like?
They're sweet.
Okay.
They have a little bit of astringency at the end. They're also tart.
Well, let's see what else we can find.
Sure,
okay?
sure. Yeah.
So what are you looking for as you forage? Specific things? How do you identify them as you go?
Well, I like to look through field guides in preparation of going out to forage so I can remind myself what's coming up that season. Here's something. This is actually honeysuckle.
Okay.
And If you compare how it looks to the autumn olive, it does not have a silvery leaf on the underside.
And it doesn't have the golden speckles.
It doesn't have the golden speckles on the berry. That's right. So even though the berries grow in clusters along the stems and they're red and the leaves have a similar size, we know it's not the same plant.
Okay, well that's good because I see a lot of these in my backyard and I'm always telling my kids not to eat them. And now I know, just don't eat those.
Yeah, honeysuckle is very common. It's another invasive, and it's too bad that the berries aren't edible because we see them everywhere.
I know, too bad, huh?
Yep, yep.
All right, well let's keep going.
All right. So when I'm foraging, I like to look up and eye level and down. And here's something that you would have missed this time of year if you're not looking up. So this is an oak, as you probably know. And this is something that folks don't think of as an edible. But we know from the historical peoples that lived in this area long before settlers came in that acorns were a staple of diet. We just have to know how to unlock that food. And the one thing that we have to do is get rid of the tannins from the acorn meat. And once we do that, they're entirely edible.
Okay, well, interesting. Well, and man, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They provide food and a lot of shade and great scenery. So we were just looking up at the oak, but I don't want to forget looking down into what is a really common view of lawns. Actually, if we're not spraying our lawns, it's going to look like this.
Yeah.
We've got grass and a lot of things that people just think are weeds that they don't want there. But everything that I'm seeing here is edible. There's dandelion here, which we all know. You see the latex, that little bit of sap coming out of it?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's an identifying factor. Then we have this plant called lady's thumb, which is a real problem weed in everyone's home garden, but that's an edible.
Okay.
We have plantain here, which has a similar look. It grows in that basal rosette like dandelion does, but when you pull it, it has the strings.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And that's commonly used as skincare, actually, but it's also an edible. We have ground ivy, which has a little bit of a minty smell. Again, super hard to get rid of in lawns and gardens, but it's an edible.
Super delicious, though.
Indeed. There's definitely violet around here, too.
Okay.
The leaves of violet are edible. The flowers we all know from the springtime. Those showy purple spots all over our yards, those are edible as well.
And is there anything that's not edible that you have to be careful of?
Not in this space. It's not very common to find things that are going to be poisonous in lawns, actually.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're spraying your lawn, or if you're in an area that's being used as a bathroom for dogs.
Okay. What about being careful about greens that are growing close to like roads and stuff like that?
Yeah, generally you want to avoid things that are very close to roadways, where there's a lot of runoff of things that you wouldn't want in your food.
All right, I'm going to use a little bit of my knowledge.
All right.
So I see some berries here, so I'm going to quickly look here.
Okay.
And not silver leaves, and those berries do not look like the other ones.
That's
so I think that these probably are not edible.
You're right. That's another honeysuckle, unfortunately. So it's too bad because these berries are everywhere.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
But right next to it, we see a pawpaw tree. This is a native tree. It looks tropical.
Yeah, it does.
But it's native to this area, to the Appalachian region, and it grows our state's largest fruit. In the inside of it is a soft flesh that's kind of like a range from a cream custard to almost a fruity, soft mango.
What are some other kind of seasonal fruits that you look for in the fall?
Following right after pawpaws, we have our Native American persimmons, which are another fruit that is really soft when it's ripe. Then we've got the autumn olive, which of course is an invasive, so it's not a native to our area. And then we look a lot to nuts in the fall. And then the other thing that we look for in the fall is the regrowth of the spring greens. So you're looking at all of the lawn weeds, the dandelion and plantain, ground ivy, lamb's quarters, we haven't seen here today, but that's common in people's yards. And then another one that I love is nettles.
And then as we get into the spring, we start seeing kind of more of the flowering types of things and all that stuff.
Exactly. There are a lot of flowers that we can harvest as embellishments for food or to extract their flavors into syrups and drinks in the springtime. And then we get again into the berry season where we have raspberries and blackberries growing pretty widely in the wild. And then we get back around fall.
So if someone wanted to begin to learn about urban foraging, how would they go about doing that?
So I would first suggest talking to someone who leads wild edible walks in the area and to look at printed resources. The best resource for those books is the library. And if you start to browse through those pages, you'll start to see things that you already know how to identify. You recognize from seeing in the wild, you just don't know that you know them.
I think it's just really great that we're trying to find these ways to still be connected to our food system even as our cities kind of outgrow us a little bit. So thank you so much for sharing this journey with us, and I hope that people go out and forage responsibly, right?
Absolutely. Yes, please responsibly.
Thanks.
Thank you.